You're the most gifted disciple in the entire sect, the one person everyone believed could actually ascend. And yet here you are, kneeling outside the discipline hall, holding out your sword with both hands, begging your master to strip your powers and kick you out. Every disciple watching was stunned. Even the elders inside were floored. Because in your past life, you fought the Chosen One for thousands of years, and you didn't die at his hands. You died at the hands of the master you trusted most. That's when it finally hit you. Fate can't be fought. Going against the Chosen One means going against the entire world. So this time, all you wanted was to live as a normal person and just watch the Chosen One tear the sect apart. But now you've been framed by the Chosen One himself, and here you are, alone, kneeling outside the discipline hall. You weren't going to fight it. The hall was packed with disciples, and every single one of them was looking at you with pity. To think the senior brother everyone admired would actually hurt his own people. Zhang Che, do you admit your guilt? The white-haired elder at the top spoke, but before you could even respond, a delicate young female cultivator cut in first. Senior brother, just admit it. What you did is enough to get you expelled, but don't worry. If you admit it, Master will forgive you. This was your junior sister, the sole eyewitness to every crime you'd supposedly committed. Yeah, senior brother Jiang, we know you didn't mean it. The disciples on both sides chimed in one after another. You heard the noise all around you snap back to reality and slowly looked up, scanning the room with confusion. But that single glance made everyone's skin crawl. Was this really the senior brother they all looked up to? Terrifying. You sorted through the flood of memories and let out a bitter laugh. You couldn't believe you'd actually gone back to this day. Every charge against you was a complete lie, but you still looked up at Elder Kanghe on the platform. You stood up and said, I admit my guilt. You'd already lived one life. You were done fighting over who was right and who was wrong. Last time you refused to back down and got punished hard anyway. Kanghe quietly exhaled when you admitted it. Even with his peak level cultivation, that one look from you had given him chills. Good. Since you've admitted your guilt, considering your past contributions and that this wasn't intentional, you'll spend 7 days in reflection at the Boundless Gorge. Sure, the Boundless Gorge was full of brutal winds and constant lightning, but you'd been exceptional since childhood, ahead of everyone in both technique and raw physicality. This punishment meant basically nothing to you. You paused when you heard the sentence. Last time they hit you with the Purple Sky Divine Thunder. Took nearly half a year to recover, and your cultivation dropped by a whole level. Senior brother, that's amazing! Seeing it was such a light punishment, the girl squealed and shoved past the discipline hall disciples. She grabbed your arm. You felt the warmth of her grip and turned to look. Then you yanked your arm back and threw her aside. Ruo Siwei hit the ground. She stared up at you in disbelief, too shocked to get up. Growing up, you'd always given in to whatever she wanted, even when it meant taking punishment from your master. You didn't even glance at Ruo Siwei, didn't notice her eyes were turning red. And honestly, even if you had, it wouldn't have moved you. Your heart had already been shattered beyond repair. Elder Kanghe, I harmed a fellow disciple. By sect rules, my cultivation should be stripped and I should be expelled. By going easy on me, where does that leave the rules? Your voice was flat, but those words hit everyone around you like a thunderclap out of nowhere. What did senior brother mean by that? Ruo Siwei's eyes went wide. How could a lighter sentence be a problem? But before she could wrap her head around it, she watched you drop to one knee. You raised your sword forward with both hands. I'm tired of the endless killing in this world. This was my mistake. Elder, please, strip my cultivation. Kanghe snapped out of his shock. He slammed his hand on the table. Enough! The burst of pressure drained the color from everyone's face, but you felt nothing. Then again, if something like this could shake you, you wouldn't be known 1,000 years later as the Ghost Lord Zhang Che. The sect showed leniency because of your talent and because this wasn't intentional. Don't push your luck, Kanghe said, furious. You are the most gifted disciple this sect has seen in 1,000 years. Everyone here knows your character, they know this wasn't on purpose. That's exactly why we're cutting you a break. So what do you think you're doing right now? Come on, senior brother. Just say sorry to Elder Kanghe. Stop making this into something it's not. Ruo Siwei nervously tugged at your sleeve, her eyes desperate. You stepped away, putting distance between yourself and her. Your eyes drifted to a young man standing in the crowd, Lin Yu, the destined one of this world. Whatever happens in this life is none of my business anymore. I'm not making a scene, I just want to live like a regular person. Last life, you gave everything. For your master, for your senior sister, for the sect. And what did you get? Hunted down and killed by every last one of them. You'd already felt what it was like to stand at the top. This time, all you wanted was a quiet, ordinary life. When they heard you wanted to be a regular person, every disciple went speechless. Senior brother is literally the disciple most likely to ascend in the whole sect. Why would he want to be normal? Wait, did we actually wrongly accuse him? We definitely did. Do we even need to ask what kind of person senior brother is? I've always said he couldn't have done this. Hearing the crowd, Lin Yu felt a pang in his chest. He hadn't expected Zhang Che to have this kind of standing in the sect. Chang'e had already suspected the evidence was planted, and now his last doubts were gone. I will find the proof and clear your name. And don't even think about leaving the sect, and Master Qing Yue would be devastated. Master Qing Yue had raised you since you were a child. No matter how powerful you became, you were always respectful in front of her. You never once dared to talk back. You thought of the disappointment in her eyes. It didn't sting anymore, because you'd gone completely numb. I'll speak to Master myself. Elder Kanghe, please just report my withdrawal. I'll take full responsibility for whatever comes next. With that, you dropped the Chixiao sword on the ground and headed toward the Boundless Gorge. As you walked out, every disciple stepped aside, but the destined one, Lin Yu, didn't move. Senior brother, you're putting Master in an impossible position. You shook your head. Don't call me senior brother. And you walked away without looking back. In your past life, you and Lin Yu fought for thousands of years. Who was the real villain? Who was behind everything? Both of you knew exactly. But the world never believed you. Fine. Let's see who steps up to stop Lin Yu this time. Raising cities, refining pills from corpses, igniting wars between humans and demons, using blood to forge souls, burning every cultivator alive as fuel for his ascension. Is anyone going to stop him? Up on Zixiao Peak, all the Grand Elders had gathered. Qingyue, look at what your disciple is doing. Strip his cultivation, leave the sect. How could he even say that? Elder Xuanshu erupted. Jiang Che is supposed to be the face of the next generation. For something like this to happen, it's no different than throwing someone away the moment they're no longer useful. Completely shameless. What are the disciples going to think of this sect? If this gets out, the damage will be catastrophic. In her seat, a cold and strikingly beautiful woman kept her expression steady, but her eyes betrayed a flicker of uncertainty. Did we really wrong Xiao Che? I'll look into it and clear his name. Elder Xuanshu scoffed. Look into it? If you hadn't sent him to the discipline hall yourself, if he wasn't so crushed by you, the master he trusted more than anyone, why would he ever say something like that? You know exactly who he is. Qingyue went silent. She knew he could never have done this, but back then, the evidence was airtight. And his junior sister Siwei had personally testified. Finally, Elder Ziyang spoke. We need to get to the bottom of this. Restore Jiang Che's name. If those old-timers from the other sects catch wind of this, we'll never hear the end of it. Inside the boundless gorge, you stared inward at your sea of consciousness and frowned. So you're the one who sent me back? The system spirit gave a nod. In your last life, you stood alone against the Destined One for thousands of years. Now, if you can strip him of his fate energy, you can turn the tide and stop the Great Calamity. The Great Calamity. You let out a short laugh, then your expression darkened. Get lost. The so-called Great Calamity is just Lin Yu sacrificing the heavens and earth so he can ascend. Last time you tried to stop it, your master, your senior sister, every single person you'd ever loved, turned on you all at once. The system was rattled. It knew that at your peak, you didn't even fear the heavenly Tao itself, let alone this faint wisp of a remnant. And thinking about being burned up along with the world in 1,000 years. It tried one more time. Don't you care about your master and senior sister? They both died horribly in the end. Don't you want to stop that from happening again? You're the heavenly Tao. You know exactly what they did to me. After everything, you really think they're worth my time? Outside the boundless gorge, Ruo Siwei clutched the Chixiao sword, eyes already red. She kept replaying the moment in the discipline hall when you stared at her with open disgust, right in front of everyone. It felt like thousands of needles stabbing into her heart at once. The senior brother who doted on her just days ago? How did he end up like this? Was it really just because she testified? But she'd seen it with her own eyes. You threw those disciples straight into the mouths of demon beasts, hadn't you? Was she really wrong? Just then, a group of discipline hall disciples walked over and stopped right in front of her. Junior Sister Ruo, we have some questions for you. Please come with us. Their tone was perfectly polite, but their eyes, full of satisfaction. Over the years, Ruo Siwei had gotten away with plenty of things that should have earned serious punishment, all because senior brother Jiang had covered for her. The discipline hall had always looked the other way. Today, they finally had every right to bring her in. The disciples nearby were confused. Wait, what's happening? Why is the discipline hall coming after junior sister Ruo? Aren't they scared of senior brother Jiang? You guys haven't heard? Ruo Siwei gave false testimony. Senior brother is taking the fall because of her. In an instant, every disciple looked at Ruo Siwei with contempt. You never really know a person. Senior brother treated her so well, and she turned out to be a total snake. Hearing all of this, the color drained from Ruo Siwei's face. Her feelings were all over the place. Part of her hoped they'd find proof to clear senior brother and end this injustice. But deep down, she also hoped nothing new would come up, so she could still be someone who was just following the rules, still the junior sister senior brother loved most. When she arrived at the discipline hall, every elder in the room wore a grave expression, and floating at the center of the hall was a massive bronze mirror. The Heaven's Eye Mirror, able to glimpse the future and preserve the past. Only cultivators crossing their ultimate tribulation would ever call upon something this powerful. Ruo face went blank. She never imagined Elder Kanghe would actually bring out the Heaven's Eye Mirror. And Kanghe, laser-focused on finding the truth, didn't even register the unease on her face. He spoke directly. Junior niece Ruo, step under the Heaven's Eye Mirror.